Welcome to Straight Outta Jersey. Today's podcast is brought to you by Ace Sunglasses. Go to acesunglasses.com.au to purchase some of the best shades around. Use promo code MRG30 and receive 30% off selected brands.
Straight Outta Jersey with Jersey Jay-Z. With the Freak of New York, Gregg Valentino. And your host, Jersey Jay-Z.
What's up, guys? We are live. It is Thursday, and it was a blue sweater shirt. We got
the blue sweater shirt.
It's cold here in New York, and we got Gregg wearing his fancy sweater that everyone loves so much. I don't have my blue sweater, but you know.
I just put it on today just because it is, because you told me today. I said, fuck it, I'll put it on.
Yeah, how you doing, Gregg? How you been?
Man, good, you know, same old bullshit, dog. Chasing blah, 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 you know. Working on the new column for Muscle Sport Mag, blah, 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 blah.
Yep, I know. William Allen's in the chat. He says,
hey, William.
The closest thing I have to a sweater is hoodie. I'll stick with that. Dan's in the chat, and he says Thursday has become the best night of the week. What's up, Joe and Gregg? What's going on,
Dan? And Anthony D.
Anthony D's there. What's up, man? So, Gregg, we have one of our supporters who actually I text. He's a follower and everything. His name is John Saldi. We know him. I think he's up in your area. He's actually sent me a message. I told him he's welcome to come on. Like, we like to bring people on and say hello. So I'm going to Diz and Los is on there. My brother Diz, him and Los talking sports.
Hey, brother. What's going on?
I'm going to bring him on the show right now. John Saldi is going to add him to the stage right now. Hey,
there he is.
Up, John? How you doing?
Guys, how are you? Hey, Gregg, I got a shirt for you.
I like that. Let me see.
Or just for you.
What does it say?
Oh, shit.
Trump's the best, fuck the rest.
There you go. Trump's the best, fuck the rest. I was just watching a great video where Cat Williams was fucking like some heckler. It was like Mexican dude, right? It was like, you know, heckling him like, yo, this is stolen land. You know, we're because he was in New Mexico. Cat Williams is like, fuck you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Go, if you love your country so much, go back to that country. And he's telling him, like, because the guy was like, yo, we're working here and they're throwing us out because Trump's throwing out, the people. He's like, Cat Williams goes, motherfucker, we were slaves. You motherfuckers are getting paid. We were slaves. It was just a great video. I mean, I'm not telling it right, but if you saw it, it's really good.
Yeah.
John, where are you right now? I thought you were in Mayapack. You're not in Mayapack.
No, I'm in Valhalla now.
Okay, Valhalla.
Right by the jail. Right by the jail.
Right by the jail. Okay.
Yeah. And I know you're up there. You're not far.
No, John, what high school did you go to over here?
I actually graduated from Valhalla.
Oh, you went to Valhalla.
I went to Harrison High School, and then I moved over here. My father built a house, and I moved over here.
Nice.
It's boring.
Nice. I used to train at World's Gym down there. Now I'm not sure what it's called now. Do you know where it is? You remember the kid Art?
Yeah. Well, I remember I was friends with the kids. Anthony Carpenito.
Yeah, I remember.
Very nice guy. I believe he was the father of the kids that owned it. Carpenito. Right across from the shopping center.
Yeah, that's where I trained. Yep. I think the guy before him is, Anthony came in later, I think.
I started training way after I think they sold.
Yeah, I sold the gym and then I trained there.
I trained at your gym, Gregg.
Powerhouse, right?
Powerhouse in Yorktown, right?
Okay.
And now I believe it's my friend has a construction yard right next to it. I don't even know what it is now. I remember where it is. It's kind of like behind the 7-Eleven.
Right. It's over off on Front Street with a town hall. With town halls right there.
There was a tow truck place across the street.
Right. Yeah. The garage. Town garage is there. Yeah, that's not the gym. I sold the gym in the 1980s. The one that Lee Haney trained at. That was Peekskill Fitness Center. That's after that, like in 91 or 92. That's when I trained at World's Gym down there. And then I opened a Powerhouse in 95. And came later.
You still work out, John? You still work out?
Right. I just got some health news today. So I got to go to a specialist now because I had the back surgery. You guys almost been on a year now, right?
Yeah.
I remember you helped me get through my recovery. We're watching you guys every week.
Yeah.
A couple months is about a year, I'd say, if I'm guessing.
Something like that, right, Joe?
Yeah, he had the back then. I remember that. He was in bad shape, trying to heal up.
Yeah, we know a lot of the same people. Like Carlos Klein wanted me to say hello.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to him on text, and we have a lot of the same. For Gregg, you don't remember. It was I'm younger than you, but I remember walking you into the nightclubs when I bounced in Manhattan.
Really? It's been a long time, man. It's been a while. Sound Factory, you're talking like early 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wow.
towards the end of their run. I
Yes.
remember because I worked at the end, and I just remember coming up to you trying to grab your arms. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Well, guys would literally like run up to him when they got a girl right next to them, to grab Greg's arm. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, Bob Bonham used to freak out because I'd be in there like talking to guys, and he'd be like, "Dude, what are you doing?" Like, because like I'd be in there like giving seminars and bullshitting and shit. You know what I mean? It's like fucking crazy. But
And sober for people that talk shit. From I remember, Greg, you know what I mean. He was doing it sober up all night.
I never drank in my life. I've never even tasted beer, wine, or any of that shit. So
No, and I
I don't
believe
drink.
it.
Yeah,
No, I
I don't
believe
drink.
it.
Never did party drugs, none of that shit.
Yeah, I was there with Rob Lopez.
Oh,
So
Rob,
I was there with Robbie Lopez many times.
I need to call him if he's watching this, because I'm bad with the phone. Bad excuse. I'm bad at calling people back. Rob Lopez is one of the good ones, man. Good guy.
Oh yeah,
He introduced me to Victor. He introduced me to King Kamali, who was
Right.
awesome to me. This was when he won the Montreal show. So it was like 06-ish or
Mhm.
05, 06. I was there in
Yeah.
Montreal. I was there for that show.
man.
And those guys, were all the same circle. But I, met some good guys,
Yeah,
Victor.
I used to be there with Victor, Fakari Mubarak, all those guys. Robbie Lopez was there. Because Robbie used to train at Bob Bonham's gym in Strong and
Yes.
Shape.
Yep.
They were very close.
That was Lodi, Nutley, or 46, right?
No, that was
Rutherford.
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 Yeah, it was
Oh,
17.
okay.
It was
right
17. Yeah, he was. And that was where Robbie trained. Since he started. Rob. I used to we'd always have parties there, and Robbie'd be fucking spinning. DJ. Because he was a good DJ, Robbie Lopez.
He's a great DJ. Yeah, I think he's doing that now. I need to catch up with him. But I used to walk, he knew people anyway. But I would come hang out with him. He knew everyone.
Yeah, I used to go to Sound Factory, bro. We would get there at like 6 in the fucking morning and stay like we'd go out at 1 or 2 in the afternoon. We'd bring the
Like, how is that normal? That's not normal.
It's not normal.
You tell people that are from other states, like, huh? We go at 10 o'clock. Things will close at 2. Well, New York. Well, I mean, not saying it's a shithole, but I'm like, who wakes up? I couldn't wake up. I can now, but I couldn't wake up when I was a kid. But on Sundays, my father used to be like, yeah, but you go out, you get up to go to, who gets up, has breakfast, and goes out?
That's what we used to do. We used to go to the fucking diner down the street and then go to club. And when we get out of there, it was so sunny, and it was like deprivation of, because the sound, you couldn't hear nothing. It was so loud. We used to go to Exit too and places like that.
Yep.
A block away, the whole ground was shaking. You hear thud, 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 thud.
Nothing's better than Sound Factory, in my opinion.
Oh, I love the Sound Factory.
Paris ran the door. Remember Paris?
Paris.
Paris ran the door at Sound Factory.
Yeah, she was wacky. Yeah, I know Paris.
Yeah, you could get in. You can get in with sweatpants. I went everywhere in a sweatsuit. I was the bum, but I like being comfortable. Or you'd have to dress up for a guy. You couldn't wear jeans.
Right.
You could not wear jeans. You wear anything else but jeans.
I wore sweatpants and shit.
So
but
did I.
like it did. There were a lot of dudes would take off their shirts.
No one wore shirts. But you can't wear jeans. No one had shirts on. Everyone was naked. Right.
Dorian Yates had that mesh shirt that time. You know what I mean? It was like made him like fish.
I've seen him wear that a couple times, I think. So I met Dorian through Rob.
He was lit. Oof, he was.
You know who was the best to party? I hung out with party with him. It's not a secret. Cormier.
Chris Cormier's a great guy.
I know him. I hung out with him one night. What a trip he was. It was Victor, him. I don't know if King was there. And who else? Was it Dorian? No, Flex. Flex.
Yeah, I was never there when Flex was there. But
I got pictures up here with him.
Kamali was always there with us. You know what I mean? He
So
he'd
was
find
Titus.
me sodas and shit because he knew I didn't drink.
Craig Titus used to go there too.
I was there with
Titus. Craig
I
Titus
was there when all that shit was going. There was a lot of shit. I got pulled in the middle of that. You know what I mean? Craig Titus used to call me up. What did he say about me? And I'm like, dude, how am I in the middle of this? I don't want nothing to do with that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I don't know if I ever met him, Craig.
Yeah, he was there. He used to go there with Kelly, and then
Yes.
I don't know this stuff. I don't want to say it was fucked up shit.
No.
With
No,
Robbie. Speaking of Robbie Lopez, but it was crazy and shit.
Yep.
It was.
How's your back, John? How's your back now?
It's okay. Thanks for asking, guys. And it was more my neck. They went through here. That was more of an emergency.
Really?
My hands are still jacked up.
Are they numb? Do you get like numbness in the hands?
Yeah, down my I've been diabetic my whole life.
Okay.
Type 1. Not because of weight, I guess hereditary. Because people, they would say, you're diabetic, you're not overweight. when I was a kid. And I'm like, oh no, I take the needle. I take insulin.
Here's one.
Everybody
Wow.
thought I was doing drugs, but because I would stick myself with insulin anywhere. Now I
Right.
have a pump. Now I have a
Mm.
pump.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you, why would they go through your neck? Was there something in the back of your neck, your
Oh,
spine or something like that?
yes, they did C 3, 4, 5, 3 replacements, and they had to take 4 out.
Now, do you regret that? Like, if you had to do over again, would you do it? Because a lot of my friends that have had back surgery all say I should never have done that. What do you
Yes,
think?
because if there were 3, I went to 3 doctors. I went to a very good doctor. Cornell's his name. Shout out to him. And he was the third one, and they all said the same thing. I told them, listen, the last 2 doctors I went to said I'm about this close because it was icy out to falling and becoming paralyzed. I said, I didn't know if it was doctor talk. He's like, and he looked at me and he shook his head, like, yeah, they're right. I said, the 2 were right. So they're not to be all weird. So I had to get it done. And I got it done within weeks. So it was important, you know.
Wow.
But I was gonna go for my lower back. And I'm like thinking like you, Greg, like, it's not that bad. So I have some numbness in my leg. And I don't know if it's diabetic related.
It could be a number of things. You know what I mean? Like, both me and Lee Priest were sitting here, when we were in my house, we're both like, what the fuck, bro? Because we both had, we have sciatica, now not the lower back, in the ass. And then that
Yeah,
creates
I know
like a
sciatic.
numbness in your leg and shit. You know what I mean? He was walking with a limp and stuff. But I'm saying,
I
like,
used to hit it when I would inject. Like,
oof.
my yes, is it similar to that feeling?
Oof.
Your leg
You,
goes
I
yes
know
or no?
guys that hit the sciatic nerve and they
Oof.
faint and shit like that. They
Jesus.
fainted. That could fucking put you in the hospital if you hit the fucking nerve and you with an injection. Yeah, that's
That's
bad.
not good.
But
Ooh,
you might not even hit you might have just injected close to the nerve where the oil pushes up against the nerve, the oil from the drug pushes up against the nerve, and then that'll create a fucking numbness like you won't believe. Anything that even just a tight muscle like this squeezing will affect, the nerve. Once the
oh yeah.
nerve's affected,
Oh
you can
yeah.
have a numbness that goes all the way down your leg into your
That's what
foot,
I got. Yeah,
into
I
your
used to try
foot.
to stay to the outside as much as I could of my ass.
Oh
You know
Yeah,
wow.
what I mean? Because it runs
Mhm.
down the middle of your ass, kind of.
right.
Yeah.
It does. That's why you don't try not to shoot the middle. You shoot the back pocket if you're going to shoot the ass,
Yeah.
or just shoot the
Yes,
shoulder,
Shit, the shoulders
I hit
down
my
there too.
shoulder. I can't reach my ass anymore. I'm on TRT. I only
Yes.
take 1 shot a week, and I hit my shoulder. I have so much scar tissue in my
Scar tissue and
shoulders.
everything.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Oh wow. That's
I
And I
think every
use. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think everybody does the babanya there. I think we all get a little scar tissue. So, we keep shooting the same area. It's going to be a
exactly.
little rough going in there. It's normal.
And I use
Mhm.
an inch. I see people using insulin pins, and I'm like, number one, that could explode with oil. That's what I was told
Tony
by.
Hughes does it with the insulin. Tony Hughes does it with the insulin. I don't
You're
know
not
why.
getting in. You're not. I mean, I used to have big shoulders. You're not like you, Greg, or
Hmm.
Joe. But I would use an inch and a half. Something. One time I used an inch and a half. Someone thought that's a little nuts. But using a
Mhm.
5'8", I don't know. I like to get in there.
Inch and a
Yeah.
half's more for the ass, but I would do it an inch. But the thing is, it's the gauge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like a
Yeah.
20, 22
You
Oh,
gauge.
use a
great.
harpoon,
What's
Greg. You
that?
using a harpoon. You're using a harpoon in an A&E special.
Oh, yeah, you better believe it.
Oh
I
my!
was using 20.
He
I
had a
used to use
car
20.
antenna on his arm.
Fuck, I had 8. I was drawing with 18 and using 20. That's just huge. You know what I mean? You know why? Because I'm a fucking also. I don't want to stand there waiting. Like, sometimes you're squeezing and shit. You know what I mean? It's not coming out.
Takes forever.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Dude, but I don't understand. Like, Larry was telling us one time on after hours, he was saying that he used an insulin. A lot of guys use the insulin pins. I don't know how they have to use though, like a I don't know, maybe 26 gauge or 25. How the fuck can you get oil through that little
I
tiny
know
little?
someone that bursted it. Right? They were pushing so hard, and I
Yeah.
guess it was oil base.
Yep.
But I don't know. I learned from Dave Palumbo. Gave me a little hint. I heat it up like I usually do it after I get out of the shower, and I'll either run warm water over the syringe,
Hmm.
or I'll put like the heater, put it next to the heat, just
Oh.
because it goes in. I think it works. It
I'm
goes in
not
a little quicker.
sure. I gotta ask Romano, but I thought he said he put his in a microwave, like for like not to make it hot, but like for a split, couple seconds, just to like if it's make it because when it's hotter, it's thinner. You know what I mean?
Oh
Feel-
yeah, that's what I mean. That's why
But I'm always paranoid. I'm gonna kill it. You know what I mean? I'm
that's what
afraid
Dave said. Yeah, Dave told
I'm
me
gonna
if
kill
you
it.
leave it too long.
Yeah, you gotta watch that. I just use a big. I cut to the chase. I use a big gauge. I never go less than 22. Yeah, I mean, higher than 22. The
I
higher
use
you go, the
23.
smaller the right.
Yeah,
The higher you go, the
23.
smaller the gauge.
Mm-hmm.
The lower you go, the bigger the gauge. You know,
Yep.
the bigger
The
the hole.
18, the 18s are the loading ones. I use that to load it.
Yeah, I've accidentally stuck the 18 back in the day a few times in me. So I forgot. Oh fuck, it's loading your last shit. It's already in it. You know what I mean?
You ever shoot in your quad, John?
No.
Oh, okay.
People
did that.
I have a friend that we know used to hit his leg. He had the biggest legs. I'm like, what do you not want to walk? I mean,
that's fucking
who did that?
One of our friends, Los,
okay.
if you know what I mean. He used to hit his legs and he loved, and I'm like, he goes, oh, it's easy. I don't have to reach for anything. I'm like, and you could still walk. You know what I mean? Like,
I tried it one time, and I only made it into one leg. It was a sustanon too. It was like 3 of them. I had 3 cc. Never leave the syringe empty. But so I fucking stuck the sustanon in there when I was younger. You know, when I first started doing the injection, and I shot it into the leg, and I was like, oh my God. I went to a wedding that day, and I couldn't even walk. I walked stiff. Couldn't sit on the toilet. Nothing. I said, that'll never happen again. And I would never do that. I remember just even sticking it in. I have already big muscular legs. So I guess I don't know if the nerves, I don't know, but I just remember when I stuck it in before I even pushed the plunge, I was like, oh, this is fucking that already. I was hitting shit going in there. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And then I squeezed that shit in there and I was like, I can't even walk. You know, because sometimes hurt. Too. Yeah,
big
man.
Muscle.
I don't know. I don't know how guys do that shit to shoot their leg, but hey, whatever, you know.
You know, you put in your tricep too, Greg. I know you used to put.
I put it everywhere. You put it in the tricep. Yeah, did it for sure. I did.
I like the tricep. I used to hit the tricep, but I never used more than 1 cc in any body part but my butt. You know what I mean? I was told, I was recommended.
You know what is, John? I was a drug dealer, so I had it like that. I had abundance of stuff. You know what I mean? I had a never-ending, supply, so I could. Most guys, you fucking do as much as I did. You use the whole bottle and then you're done. You're like, fuck, now I gotta buy another bottle, Yeah. So I had so much shit. It wasn't funny.
I remember that. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Like just turning on the news. I'm like, I know that guy. I know of that guy.
Yeah.
John, what did you take when you were, just working out? What kind of
stuff? I did grow twice.
Really?
Yeah, I did it twice. I was big. I'm tall. I'm 6'2". I was about the highest I was 270, and I don't have that big of legs. I have big wide shoulders, but my body was unproportioned. I couldn't do a show if I wanted to.
That's all right.
But I just like the life. I just like it. Helped my diabetes.
Bodybuilding's a lifestyle. It's really not a sport. You don't win by merit. You don't win because you scored more points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't compete. I was just into it. It helped. Like I used to measure my food. People, you're not doing a show, but I didn't say it because I didn't want to get into it. But it would help my diabetes, my blood sugars.
Oh yeah.
Measuring the food, the rice, the carbs.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm diabetic too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my doctor only has me if I go over 175, then he wants me to shoot the insulin. But I don't really go over 175, very rarely. Because I'm good. But I keep my diet really tight. But
I like eating good.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't. I have it right here, Dexcom. It's on my phone, and it tells my blood sugar. Like right now, it's 206.
Ooh, my own.
Yeah, so I got to take some.
I still could do to prick the finger. I prick it every. Joe knows. You see my book. I keep a book. I keep a log. Yeah, every day, all day. How much my sugar is. Blah blah.
And I don't know if you could see it on my side. That's the Dexcom.
Oh, wow.
In my side. I'm sorry, that's my stomach, not that anyone.
Oh, I see it.
I see it. We saw it. We saw it.
How many times a day does it measure your sugar? Like
every 10. I think it's every 10 minutes. It might even be a little better than that. It updates.
Oh shit,
Greg, you need that.
Yeah.
I do, right? Because I write everything down. I'm very anal, but I write everything down. Everything.
That's good. Doctors want you doing that.
Yeah,
I never did that.
I do that. I have everything. You could ask me, what did you eat a year ago Friday? And I could tell you everything I took, everything. Joe knows. He's seen. I got notebooks
and books and everything like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dave, if you have any questions, you could. This is a lifesaver. This with my blood. I check it like a psychopath.
Right. Just try not to let it go so high though, because that eventually could end your life. You know what I mean? Like over time, it breaks you down. That's what killed basically my father, because he didn't. He was an insulin diabetic as well, but he didn't. he thought because he took the shot, everything's all right, so I could eat the junk. He just, he ate, a lot of pasta, like he bread, like he didn't give a shit,
Yeah.
I hate to be. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. Irv Gotti just died yesterday. Remember the infamous Irv Gotti? I don't know if you know Gregg. He did DMX's, produced everything. He
Right.
died. They sang he had a stroke last year. Listen, I'm a realist. I don't want no sympathy or whatever. 38 years diabetic. I'm almost expecting, you know what I mean, something bad.
No, but it doesn't have to. If you take care of it, it won't happen. Just
But
take
did
care
I,
of
you know
it.
what I mean? I don't know if when I was a kid, I thought I was, but that's life, I guess.
No, but if you take care of it, you can control it. It will be fine. You just got to control you. My father would have everything he ate was carbs. That's all he ate was carbs and sugar, and you know what I mean. Like for breakfast, he had to have cereal. You know what I mean, and then he'd have like a piece of cake with it or something like that. Like he always had to have like junk.
You have kids? You have kids, John?
No kids. I'm married. I got a great wife.
Okay, that's cool.
Without her, forget about it. She's always looking out. I'm a lunatic. New text for Gregg.
I think we're all.
No, I saw Dexcom. And I'm like, that's it. Yeah, you could use it through your cell phone. They're right. You could use it through the Apple Watch too.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I got one.
I don't have to. First of all, I could never. I'm 64, going to be 65. I can't even see what's on an Apple Watch. My friend has that, and he's always like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting a text message. The fucking thing is this big with those how smoking the words be." I'm like, how can you fucking read that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it for the diabetes, and it was great.
Yeah, but I can't see at all.
Yeah, but you get used to it. You get used to it. But hey, real quick, what are you guys doing for this? You guys doing anything for the Super Bowl?
No, I'm betting on it. I got the Eagles.
Who are you taking?
I'm taking the Eagles. I think they're going to win. They have a good
You're
shot.
an Eagle fan, right? Are you an Eagle fan?
No, I'm a Jets fan, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I'm going to root for the Eagles because I don't want to see the Chiefs win it.
Poor Jets.
Yeah.
I like the Eagles. I don't know. I'm not really a big better, but I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather watch UFC than watch Super Bowl. I hate the Super Bowl.
Yeah, me too. I'm not really a big football fan at all.
Commercials.
I guess I want the Eagles just because I can't stand that whole Taylor Swift shit, and you know what I mean?
Chiefs and everything.
Yeah, but I don't hate on her. I hate Kelsey. I hate on him. But I mean, he's just going there,
I don't hate on her, but I mean, I'm just tired of the whole the people that make it a big thing because she's a fan of that shit. You know what I mean? Like the whole
Kelsey. So every time he scores,
I don't know any of her songs. And not one, and I'm not lying. And I probably would recognize, but I don't know. I listen to the old rap music. But the conspiracy, I don't know if you guys heard, I'm a sports nerd, that they're saying if they win, there's a rumor saying he might propose on the 50-yard line.
Oh, God.
I don't know how funny that is, but that would be crazy.
Oh, my. Are you serious?
Shit.
Oh, God.
I don't give a shit personally.
Jesus, I don't know.
But I'm hear they're not really together. Then you hear they are together. Who the fuck knows, right?
I don't give a shit.
Get
ready for baseball season.
Peter,
me too. Baseball.
Alonzo 2 years, 54 million with 10 million.
Yeah.
He made out.
I like that Mahomes guy because he's a Trump guy. It's not that though. I like the whole, I just don't like the Super Bowl. I'm just not a football guy at all. My father was psycho with that shit. You know what I mean? But I'm not,
I think most celebrities or famous, I think they're all Republicans and like Trump deep down, but they're too pussy to say it or they're too worried about their image. Look at Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa, and I think they fined him $11,000. With Nick Bosa, because I think he wore the Trump hat.
Yep, he did.
And they fined him.
Yeah.
I mean, what's funny? They're still singing the Black National Anthem. There's no such, you're either American or you're not. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. That's stupid. If I was black, I'd be pissed off at that because you're making it so what? I'm not. It's just like DEI. These people don't understand. They're telling you, look, you're not smart enough. We got to lower the fucking, we got to lower the scores so that you can get on because After all, you're black and you're not too smart. That's what they're telling you, and it's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If you think about it, you're right.
My girlfriend's Mexican. You know what I mean? My kid's mother's, my ex-wife is half black, half white. Her father's black, her mother's white. You know what I'm saying?
But she's not committing crimes.
No, she's not committing. But the thing is, though, but when they say this whole diversity, inclusion, and all that shit, when I was young, it was the gay nerds in school that were the smartest kids in class. You didn't have to fucking lower the grade so that the gay kids could finally get a job, or they were fucking the smartest kids in school. We used to cheat off them. You know what I mean? I used to sit next to the gay Chinese kid and I'd be looking at his fucking paper and shit, because he was the smartest kid in my grade, So you don't need to fucking make dumb everything down. So, that's what diversity, we got to hire them because otherwise they won't get hired because they can't make it on their own. They're not smart enough to get the grade themselves. That's not true. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what your gender is, what your fucking skin color is, what God you pray to. Whoever scores the highest on the test should get the job. That's the way it should be. You know what I mean? Best guy for the job. Yep. That's the way.
Elon Musk? What do you think of Elon Musk? A little suspicious of him? My brother thinks so.
Oh, suspicious?
He puts me to sleep listening to him, but I can't listen to him talk.
Elon Musk was picked. There's a whole story about it. When he was young, he was picked on in school because he was that nerd, the kid who used to go to the library. When you went outside and, hung outside the school or whatever, the kids were smoking pot, or you were, hanging out in the gym and, lifting the weights and shit. He was like hanging out in the fucking library with the other nerds that had when I was young, they'd have a calculator on their hip. You know what I mean? They'd be like, like they'd be hanging out in the library talking about nerd stuff. And now those are the guys that are like running the world. And that's why he looks so awkward. Like when he's running out there with Trump and he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jumping.
They said he has, what is it? They said he's autistic.
I don't know. They make none of that shit existed when I was young. I never heard of all these things. You know what it is? No. Every fucking, Einstein was a weirdo. Every super geniuses were weird. You know what I mean? They're just weird. They're weird people, but they're fucking their minds. They're geniuses,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even Zuckerberg. My mother used to work for his father. He was a dentist.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's
right. My mother's a hygienist. So my mom worked for the father, before he was Facebook, this guy. I think he worked in Ardsley, or went to school in Ardsley, whatever. But she said the father was nice guy. But they're all weird.
He's from that Terrytown area, but they were nerds. He was a fucking nerd. You understand? And that's why
we were cheating off of them.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I had the fat Chinese gay kid that was in school. I used to fucking look over at his paper. Then I had this other chick that was this big fat chick. She was Jewish. She used to have like Tourette, so she'd move her head like this. But every time the teacher would ask a question, she knew all the answers. Her last name was Nussbaum. I shouldn't even say that because I doubt she's watching. But the thing is, I used to look at her fucking paper all the time. You know what I mean? Because you don't need to dumb shit down for these people to get the job. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So I'm glad he got rid of that DEI shit. And the reason why Elon Musk is the way he is because he's a nerd who now is hanging out with the big stud in fucking school. So now he kind of feels like he's like a happy Larry, we used to call him. You know what I mean? Remember the Revenge of the Nerds? Oh, hair pie sort of chick. Oh, hair pie. You know what I mean? He's like one of them fucking guys. Now he's hanging out with the big stud quarterback, and he feels like he's jumping up and down like fucking oh my god, and he looks funny doing it. Yeah.
But, that's crazy.
Yeah, they said Zuckerberg. If you seen his wife, you wouldn't. I don't know. I don't want to shit on the guy's wife. It's not that. Considering all the money he's got.
By the way, Greg, did you see the price of eggs? I went to the store yesterday. $9. They haven't gone down.
But wait, what people don't understand. Listen, anybody that fucking bitches about Trump, this happened when Trump was president. Eggs were in Walmart here. Eggs were 77 cents. Okay, they went up because when Biden took over, that's when the supposedly bird flu bullshit started.
Bird flu,
But just before Biden left office, you fucking momos, he killed how many millions of chickens they killed, right? Because they said the bird flu. So he ordered the slaughter of billions of chickens. So therefore, you have an egg shortage. I don't know if he did it like fuck Trump, but you can't expect Trump to go in and just tell the stores, hey, you got to drop the price. You can't do that.
I didn't hear about the eggs.
Yeah, they're like $9.
That's what the Democrats, after 3 days of Trump being in, they were already, what about the price of eggs? What about the price of eggs? You know what I mean? Dude, You fucking did that shit. It's going to take a while till food prices come down. He's got to, he's got to do his thing first. You got to get,
Biden and those guys, they messed up so much in 4 years. Listen, I've been trying to educate myself more in politics. I ain't the smartest guy in the world, I'm not gonna lie. But I try some of it's just common sense. But people don't realize our country went to such shit. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse.
No, I curse.
In 4 years, Trump's trying to, it seems like he's signing bills, and I try not to watch the news, because it seems like something bad's happening every day.
But John, listen, when Trump was president, when he left office, McDonald's had a $1 menu. I used to get the McDoubles, this double cheeseburger, right? I ordered it without the cheese because I don't like the cheese. But McDoubles were $1. McChicken was $1. You used to have you get fries. You could get
I used to do that with McChicken, right? or the single cheeseburger. Yep.
Right. It was double cheese. They used to have double cheeseburger. It was called the McDouble. That was $1. You could get a double cheeseburger. Well, I don't know why you'd order a double cheeseburger when the McDouble's the same thing. It's just that one has 2 slices of cheese, one has 1. But regardless, it was $1. Now that same burger's like $3.75. The McChicken is like almost $3 or $3.
Really? I've been McDonald's and I've been there once since my surgery, so once in a year.
I'll give you another one, John. Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree
now $1.25. They're shitting Dollar Tree. It's $5. Used to be everything in the store was $1. Everything. It didn't matter what it was. It was $1. Now it's $1.25. And like I bought a bunch of like energy drinks. The cellulose in there, the Celsius or whatever they call it.
I like this one right here.
Yes, that right.
And
you know what's funny? I bought it right, and I'm bringing it up because everything. when they jumped it up to $1.25, I thought, well, they're $1.25. I get it. They were $2.50. I was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? I'll go get the monsters that they have back there or whatever, But I'm just saying, Dollar Tree was $1 back then. So, but he can't. This is all because once energy goes up and you pay more for oil, trucking goes up, and once trucking goes up.
Well, I drive. That's what I do for a living.
Right. So there you go.
I work construction on the streets. I pave. I had the tractor trailers.
Okay.
I worked all summer. That's why I wasn't on the podcast every single week. But I, paved 95, all the highways.
You work for the state? You work for the state?
No, I work for. I'm a Teamster. I'm in the Teamsters union.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6. So, it's a great union. But I've been doing it a while, construction. So I drive. So that's not good for your back. But I worked this whole trying to catch up, save money. Yeah, I went back too early. I went back in June, and I worked literally minimum 50 hours every week, all to almost Christmas this year.
They probably didn't see it. It's funny is the trucking companies, because the oil. See, we're the ones who get fucked. Nobody else gets fucked. They probably didn't give you more money, but you still got to drive.
Oh no, we got a nice. I'm happy with what I get per hour, being a truck driver.
No, I'm saying I don't know if they raised you. Once the price of oil went up, they charge more, but I don't know if they give their drivers that money. You know what I'm saying? Like
we get a raise we get every new contract every couple of years.
Right, but that's just built into your contracts. It doesn't matter whether the price goes up or down. Right, your contract's your contract. Am I correct or no?
For the union, yes.
Yes.
I work for the union. Union sends me to a company, which my father owned a construction company for a while. So long story short, they gave me a brand new truck in Flowboy. It holds blacktop, extra blacktop in there. Hard to explain. A big long tractor trailer. They gave me almost a brand new one, 2022.
Wow.
So yeah, it was nice. It was a little comfortable too. It was nice. But I've been doing it for a while. But it's affecting me.
Yeah, of course. You're sitting on your. Yeah, Jimmy does that.
I think he does oil. Doesn't he do oil?
He does oil. Does everything. He's done.
Okay.
He just he works for a company to do everything. I mean, sometimes he'll have like logs on there and shit, and he does all that shit. He was doing oil too.
I think he's 282. I don't know. I think he might be in the same union, just in New York City. Yeah, he's even more.
I don't know.
He's actually out of Long Island, so at the company's.
Yeah, I spoke to him.
Yeah.
I spoke to him online.
Yeah, we're close friends. It's just that I don't, we don't talk about that stuff. I mean, he'll just bitch, what I mean? But I couldn't tell you what union he's in. He'll bitch, bro. I worked a double last night. I fucking shot,
It's tiring too, especially when you get older. You can't do those. I've worked. I've literally worked almost 48-hour shifts in a row. Which I'd pull over the side of the road, sleep a little bit. You feel like you're on a bender, like when you be walking out of the nightclub, like you said. Only with work, you feel like even though you're sober, you feel not sober. because of the light.
Yeah, I
You know what
don't know
I
how
mean?
you do that. I can't do it. Plus,
I
driving
don't
make you
do it
tired.
anymore.
You sit there, fucking drive. Especially Jimmy will take a fucking thing from Long Island, go all the way upstate. A couple counties up in New York, and then come back. And then in the same day, I'd be like, dude, I'd be like having to pull over on the side of the road and sleep. That shit makes me
You need
tired.
air condition. You need air condition is key. And it's nice to have they gave me a new truck, which is awesome. It was
How much
cool. I
to
mean,
fill
I
up
put
that
my
truck? How much to
what's
fill up
that?
that truck? How much to fill up that truck with gas?
I was doing with fuel. I was calculating it, and it's the newer truck, so it has the DEF. It's better on fuel. I was doing on a busy day 70 gallons. So
Wow.
times they probably get it for around 4 is diesel. So do
Right.
the math.
Oof.
But
Still,
they made a lot. They make a lot of money.
yeah,
The company makes a lot.
The trucking companies make a lot. Absolutely.
yeah. They
Absolutely.
made
Yeah,
that price into everything with the
Hey, to
gas.
the guy that just asked me, are you going? I think it's Riff Raff.
Greg, yeah, he's a riff raff. You're
Yeah,
going.
I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not going to Arnold. No, I won't be there. Sorry.
I
Yeah,
missed that.
in Ohio.
It's
People
not the same though anymore. It's like
No,
they kind of hijacked it a little bit to me. These.
lot
It's
of
all about like the YouTube,
a
the
lot of YouTube guys,
social media guys.
Russell, the Strength Cartel, all those guys were all there.
I
You know
went
that-
05, 06, 07. I went
Yeah, I
when
was there
Victor
then
won.
too.
Victor, the year Victor won.
I
Oh,
was
you
there
were-
with Victor because we all worked for MD. We were all together. We worked
Might have been with
as a
you.
team.
I might have been with you at night after he won. We went to a nightclub and shout out to. I know you heard. I heard her name on here, Tara Scotty.
Yeah,
She hooked us up.
Tara and I are good friends. Yes,
Yeah, she was. I mean, I don't
she
talk
just
to
got
her.
on the police force. She just got on.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, it's
Right, she's not far from us.
she's where she is right now. She's in
I
White.
know where she is.
She's White Plains Courthouse. Like if you go to the White Plains Court,
Oh, okay.
she's court officer. She just got on.
Really?
She just got through the academy. I was just with her. It was December and November. Wait, I was at because I'm godfather to daughter. I can't remember.
She's cool, man. She's cool.
It was at the beginning of December. Yeah, she's a great girl. I love
She
Tara.
knew
She's a
everyone
good
in
girl.
Columbus. It was cool. We had fun. Like it was nice. That was the year Victor won.
Yep.
And
I was
I was
there.
talking. Yeah, that's when I saw we were hanging with Flex. I went the year after. I think Dexter won. But you're right. They started bringing MMA guys. I remember seeing Frank Mir.
Yeah,
I don't mind those guys. It's the social media guys, like the twin guys and all these other fucking guys and all these other fucking guys. Yeah, like just the social media
those guys.
Yeah, it's just not the same. It's like when when I used to go there because I went with the team with Muscular Development, so we all.
I remember back then.
Yeah, we all were together.
Animal. I remember there was Muscle Tech.
Yeah.
Johnny Jackson and King Kamali, I think was with them. Branch Warren.
See, a lot of now it's all social media guys. It's turned. It's not so much. You know what I mean? It's a different animal. And it's a lot of young kids. Oh look, those twin guys are there, or there's Sam Fleeker. Like that kind of shit.
And you can make money. These guys are making crazy money. Good for them. What's the guy that never did a show and he lives in Vegas? The guy that's enormous. He was on? I think he was on Dave's show. He was on Dave's show last year. What's the kid? He's like funny too. He's a little funny. I forgot his name. He never did. These guys are just killing it.
I'm not sure who that is. He was on with us after hours, or
is it Zoo something? Is his company maybe?
Anyone in the chat know? Seeing if anyone in the chat maybe knows who this guy was. Anthony. Craig Golias.
He was a little quirky.
No, it wasn't Craig Golias.
He didn't do any shows. He's never done a show.
And what does he do? Like, if I might be able to tell me what it is. Like, what's his name?
One of these YouTube guys that puts out content.
See, that's what that's what it's taken over. It's like becomes just like a social media fucking event, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not really down with all that shit. I don't
like Big Boy,
all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I don't listen. Whoever's out there, whoever pays that guy Wes Watson, okay. Are you like $7,000? I heard they were paying $7,000 a month.
There was guys paying somebody paid 20 or 21 or something like that.
Yeah, just to get yelled at.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, guys. I mean, how can you be that gullible? I don't get it.
I don't get it either, John. I don't get it. I don't understand it. For somebody to berate you and tell you're a piece of shit, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Joey Stacy. That the guy?
No, he means Joey Stacks. No, he wasn't on there.
No, not Joey Stack. I gotta yell at everybody. He got braces or some shit.
Yeah, Joey Stacks.
Wait, it's
They,
I'm
they
trying to
keep lying about prison and all that. It's not cool. That's not. I mean,
Yeah, really. I know. I don't
people think
understand
that
that whole
shit's
thing.
cool.
First of all, everybody that all these guys who were in jail, they all think that is
That's
a badge of
so
honor.
cool.
Like, I was in jail, but everybody thinks like, that's like some sort of badge of honor. It makes you a tough guy. It doesn't mean shit. It's the guy that doesn't talk. It's the guy that just sits there and stares at you. That's the guy you got to worry about. You know what I mean? When all these guys like, oh, I was in jail, I'll kick your fucking. Okay, you were in jail. That mean okay? I'm scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't John Bravo or Cali Muscle. Who was it?
No, not Johnny Bravo.
Johnny
Not
Bravo.
Cali Muscle.
John Bravo's my boy. I'm trying to think who he's talking
The
about.
dude looks like a bodybuilder. He got up to like 350 pounds. I guess he's tall. I feel stupid. I don't know. He was on Palumbo's over a year ago. He had some clothing line. Dave was going to help him push it. I think I might have saw it on there.
Clothing line, bodybuilder.
I don't remember his name. I don't remember these guys' name. Yeah, remember with that kid Boston Lloyd? That's a shame.
Boston Lloyd, yeah.
I didn't know. I don't know him, but he's injecting him like I don't know.
He was actually a good kid.
Was he? I didn't know him.
Yeah, he was a product of. Just felt like the family didn't really when you start getting in it when you're a kid, the last thing I want my kid to do is bodybuild.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want him getting in. My kid would be my kid's a monster already. So the last thing he would be, forget about it. He's huge. Everybody always asks me, is he taking steroids? And I'm like, dude, he doesn't even lift weights. You know what I mean? He used to lift weights when he was in the army. He used to do deep. He hits a bag, and she's with the NSA. So he hits a bag and everything, but he doesn't really lift weights or any of that shit, But he's jacked. He's got he's big. It has nothing to do with me. He gets my ex-wife. Her mother was with the Hamburg Circus. She was an acrobat. She used to do the trapeze. So she's like 90 years old and all built and everything. He gets it really from that side of the family. He's jacked. My son's like a myostatin freak. You know what I mean? He doesn't lift weights. He's huge. He's like one of them guys you went to high school with. You called him Bull in high school. He had big thighs and big wrists and big, lay down on the bench. I had a guy that I grew up with. His name was John Spears. That fucking guy benched like 500 pounds and never even fucking lifted weight. I mean, he just laid on a bench and push. He was he played for he had a little cup of coffee with the Kansas City Chiefs, but you're talking this was the 70s,
70s, yeah, they made nothing.
And he was like 6'6", and he weighed like 300 something. I mean, he was just and not from lifting weights. He just was just a big lummox, like a lumberjack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there's guys out there that are freaks. I mean, genetics, I think, is real. I mean, my family. I mean, I wasn't that good, but all of us ran like in my family played, at the professional level in sports. My cousin played for the Cowboys in the 70s and 80s. He got a ring with the Dallas Cowboys, 78.
Nice.
Yeah, my grandfather played in the 50s with Willie Mace, the Giants.
Oh, shit.
And then my cousin played with the Pirates, pitched for them. I played with a couple of years with Toronto.
Wow.
You played
baseball's my thing, man.
Yeah, I had a couple too in the minors, yeah. That's how Carlos did too. Carlos with the White Sox.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's a gene. It just runs in my family. The height, I don't know where that came. I'm the tallest in my family at 6'2".
Well, that's good. I'm the shortest.
What position you play?
But widest, right?
I'm wide. Yeah, my son is really, really wide. He's really big. My son is like a myostatin freak. He's got like 20-inch arms. They're not fat. They're round. I mean, he's jacked. He's got big fucking hands. Like, he's just genetically built like that, but he doesn't want to bodybuild. He's not into it. He's totally opposite. He's the opposite of me. We're not even in the same stratosphere, him and I, with personality and shit.
I don't even follow it anymore. Like, I don't know. You see some of you guys that
John, it's not the same sport. It's not the same sport that we fell in love with years ago. It's just different. I don't follow it. First of all, I think social media washed it down. There's these kids on social media and everything that got more, they get more of a following to Mr. Olympia, you know what I mean? And people look to them for, and every one of them comes out with a supplement, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right.
You know what
but
I mean?
Even now, it seems like it just, sorry to interrupt you. It seems not because I'm not training and I'm not into it, like a body, bodybuilding and whatever. But it seems like I saw that physique. He was huge. Who was the guy who won 1 year? He was humongous. The freak from Saudi Arabia, I think.
Big
Oh,
Ramy.
you remember Big
Big
Ram?
Rammy.
Big
Big
Rammy, yeah.
Rammy.
Mm-hmm.
He was huge, but like, look at people need to show you guys Flex Wheeler. Those physiques, like those are my favorite physiques. Victor Martinez is, in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Like those, that's just me.
Yeah,
Yep.
Victor in his prime had a wicked
Even
feet taper and
Cormier,
everything. Yeah,
Lavrone,
all those guys. That's from that era, though. To me, was way
Lee.
better than these guys today. I don't like the guys today, but that's just the way I am. You know what I mean? I just don't see them as being like near what these guys today are. It's
Victor
just,
still looks good. He still
oh,
looks
John
good.
Skidoo.
He's still huge.
He's still
I
huge.
saw a picture, and I commented. I'm like, damn,
Still
so it
huge.
must be the angle, but he's huge.
He's still huge. Yeah.
Who, Victor Richards?
No, Victor
No,
Martinez.
Martinez. I'm talking.
Oh,
about.
yeah, Victor Martinez is still. I don't know why I thought you said Victor Richards.
I
Yeah,
like
Victor
that show
Martinez.
they
I
got.
still talk with him. Victor was on our show not too long
Yeah,
ago.
we came on with. So, yeah.
By the way,
Oh, I missed
John
him.
Skidoo was asking me about Jim Quinn. Yes, Jim Quinn. I knew Jim Quinn. Jim Quinn's a monster. First, he was big.
Whoa, I trained at Deer Park.
Yeah,
Deer
dude.
Park Ave Golds.
Yeah, the more
Is that
there
what
was
it's all about?
monsters
Yeah,
out there.
yeah,
Jerry
remember him?
Scalisi, all those
I
guys.
lived out there.
Jim Quinn had them
Oh, yeah.
fucking ears that stuck out. He would look like he was big traps, big fucking arms. He was big.
That's
He's-
Deer Park Ave. I believe that was in a corporate building area. Like you look like
Yeah.
you're going to like a office, like just an office, and it's a gym. And I remember it was open 24 hours. And you might know, Joe. I trained. I'm shot. My brain shot. I lived in Wayne, New Jersey. Was there a Gold's in Wayne?
There was. Yes, there was in Totowa. It was Totowa right next door. Totowa, New Jersey.
I'm sorry, Totowa.
Totowa.
Because I
That's where-
went to William Patterson for a year.
Yeah, Totowa was right there. Golds. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone-
that was a nice gym.
Everyone goes there. Yeah, a lot of the wrestlers go there. That's where I met a lot of the wrestlers.
Oh, are you far from there, Joe?
No, I'm probably
Okay.
50 minutes.
Okay, so we're not far from each other. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe's actually close to us, this way. You're near
Yeah.
the Paramus area, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben, let's be honest. All the current Mr. Olympia guys have zero personalities.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, Ben,
Really?
you're right. Yeah, I feel like most of these guys don't have personalities today either. That's
You
why
think they would? You think they would with social media?
You know what it is? They
Right.
still don't talk about I don't take much for stirrers. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like just the shit they talk about and stuff, just I don't know. And they don't really have charismatic personalities, Kevin Lavrone was always, who I talk to still to this day is my friend. He's fucking got a great personality. There's a lot of guys who have a lot of charisma back in the day. Today they don't. They don't have personality at all.
Even like Lee, I met
Lee,
him
forget
once.
it.
He was super cool when I met him, but I just met him at the booth at the Arnold. I met him, but even him, everybody's like, oh, he never just took whatever. What did he ever said? A couple CC or two a deck a week. I believe it because look at their waist back then, and I don't know.
Here's the thing about Lee. What people don't realize is that Lee, like myself, trained a lot of years natural, so he built up a foundation. Lee trained, he trained like almost 10 years before he ever took a steroid. These guys today, they're in the gym for a week and a half and they're already on steroids from the get-go. That's why they look like shit. Lee comes out of the hospital, like me, come out of the hospital. You see me, Joe. Still got to build on him. These other guys, they would lose everything. Lee's legit. When we're together though, we don't talk about steroids ever. We never even talk about bodybuilding. We talk about everything but bodybuilding. But I can tell you, Lee is a genetic freak.
He still looks great. He still looks good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, you gotta see, dude. He doesn't even train his calves or his forearms, and he's known for both of those two things. His forearms are one thing, but people don't give him credit to calves. The fucking calves on him, because I got pretty good calves, but my calves next to his fucking calves are like this big. Who's like that? My son. Again, my son's like a milestone. My son sent a picture of his fucking giant calf to me one day. I didn't know who it was. He sent his pictures like big, huge, fucking ripped. My son's got these big diamond calves, like Lee, right? And there's a fucking Boston Red Sox tattoo on it. And I said, what are you sending me? What are you taking a picture of some bodybuilder with a Boston Red Sox tattoo? And he goes, bro, that's me. And I go, that's not your fucking leg with a tattoo on it like that. And he goes, yes, it is. I fucking, because this is when he was in the army. You know what I mean? He fell in love with it. I brought him his whole life.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say, oh, he put like a temporary tattoo or something.
No, he's a fanatic. My son's a huge baseball fanatic with the Red Sox. Meanwhile,
Oh
I'm
boy,
a Yankee fan. Dude, he went to. I have pictures of him as a kid in Yankee Stadium with shirts. Yeah, Red Sox suck and all this shit. You know what I
I
mean?
have one right here. Red Sox suck cock, but CAWK. But no, so you can wear it. And
Right.
I have it somewhere in the closet. You know
Yeah,
who's a good friend of mine? You guys might know Mo Vaughn. Remember Mo Vaughn?
you're
Oh,
sure? I
yeah.
remember
Cool,
Mo.
One
Mo.
of my
Mo
closest.
Vaughn.
He's one of my closest friends. I mean, we lost touch a little bit. What a guy he is, man. He was awesome.
Mo
Yeah.
Vaughn was, yeah.
He was good. When they came in the
Guy-
Mets, he didn't play that well, but
Nah, I know.
What
He
a
was
poor Mets.
Awesome guy. Better person than he was player. You
yeah.
know, great,
But he was
awesome
good.
dude.
He was a good player, man. He was good when he was with
He
the Red
got the
Sox.
MVP in 1995. People don't remember that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because a lot of these guys are young. That's why, you know. I went to Mickey. I went to bat day. I got Mickey Mantle bat back here. Back in, I was like, 5 years old, 1965. I got a Mickey Mantle bat. I seen him play. It's just, so I'm
Did
fucking
you?
old. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, get the
Was
bat.
he the best player? Was he the best player you seen play?
Well, I was really. I guess he was the best player. I was young. I was there too when he retired. You know what I mean? I was there in what was it, 69? I got dirt from the Yankee Stadium. I got all the
I
shit,
have his. I have one of his jerseys worn. It smells like dog shit. My grandfather got it
Oh,
from the
really?
50s. Yeah, it's in
Yeah, he
plastic.
started
It
in 60s,
stinks.
right. Thing is, I was there his final day. I got all this like memorabilia from that, postcard and everything that they gave away that day. And I don't know. He wasn't really my favorite player. My favorite player later on was Reggie Jackson. You know what I mean? Because
Really?
When I was already out of high school, in '70s, late '70s. I was at, but he was just, he was just a monster with the. Because remember, the Yankees sucked from the late '60s into till like the end of the '70s. They
70s.
sucked. They used to,
And then you had the
they
big
were
red
bad.
machine.
Right, the Big Red Machine was the team.
Yeah.
The Oakland A's for a while were really good. You know what I mean? The Oakland
Yep.
A's, the Red Machine, all of them. And then all of a sudden the Yankees came back. They were the greatest team, and until they had a dead period from like 66,
80s.
67 to the, the 80s, they had a lot of turmoil. I remember 1986, I think they had like 6 guys on the All-Star team, but they couldn't win the big one because they didn't get along. Everybody said you can't mix. That could be the problem. The Dodgers keep getting all these great guys, but sometimes the
Oh,
egos, who's the leader? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be the leader? You know what I'm saying? It's hard. You got Freddie Freeman, you got fucking Mookie Betts, you got, Ohtani. Who's going to be the leader out of those guys? Each one, you can make a case for anyone. So what happens is when you don't have one guy that's like kind of like the face, of that team, and then you got too many other guys that they all can be considered like the key part, so I'm just saying sometimes that doesn't mix. Remember, that's where in the 80s is when they started out, with the Bronx Zoo and all that shit, because they didn't get along. Keep bringing back Billy Martin and then firing him and bringing back Billy Martin and firing
yeah.
him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But guys, I'm gonna get crap for this. My friends bust my chops. My favorite baseball team, from what I remember, it was the '86 Mets. Come on,
86
Goodman,
Mets.
Strawberry. I mean, he came to
86
the
Mets were
Yankees.
great. They were
Yeah.
great. No, they were a great team. Listen, I'm the closest thing to a Met fan that you can be without being a Met. Like, I'm Yankees all the way, but
Me too.
my second team, like I was fine with Soto going to the Mets because he went to the Mets. Now, if he would have went to the Red Sox or
Nah, I
Toronto,
don't like
I
that.
would have been pissed. You know what I
Come
mean?
on, Greg. That's terrible. But you know what? The Yankees, reacted. In my opinion, they went and got freed. You got 3 players, so almost the price of one. You got
Yeah, but
Freed,
you know what though? I'm not happy.
Williams, and Bellinger.
Yeah, but they didn't get younger. First of all, Williams is 1-0 last year. That's his record because he was hurt most of
He's
the
a
year. Right?
reliever too. Yeah, he's a
Right.
closer.
And in the playoffs, his ERA was 20. He gave up all. He really ruined. He lost the playoffs for the Brewers. Remember, Alonso hit that home run. Otherwise,
Right.
the Mets would
They
have
only played
won.
like 4
Yeah.
games, I think.
But he got teed off on. And I'm just saying, this is what people don't realize is that. Look, I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm also I'm like George Steinbrenner. You know what I mean? Like you could hit fucking 5 home runs in a row, and then you fucking strike out in a key position. Like you fucking suck, But listen, the thing is that you got Bellinger who's on the way down. They had a big choice. You heard Kyle Tucker, but instead we got Bellinger. You know what I mean? You had that fucking kid from the first baseman there. Christ, what's his name, Joe? The one that was on. No, the one that they were
what's his
supposed to get, the one from he was on the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he went to
Walker.
Thank you. I was forgetting Walker.
He's good. Very good.
They're going to sign Walker. They're going to sign. So instead, we got Goldschmidt, who's going to be 38 years old.
You're right, and they replaced Walker with they replaced Walker with Indians first baseman Naylor.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would have rather had Naylor too. We didn't get to Walker, and we didn't get Naylor. We got fucking Goldschmidt.
I know.
And you got to remember something.
I thought we were going to get Arenado in that trade.
Yeah, but I don't want Arenado. He's already on his way down. You know what I mean? He's going to be. It's another one who I mean, it's a guy who's like, he's like batting 2 foot. You can't. What happened to getting younger? What happened to all that? We're going to get younger and faster. You got all older guys. Okay, Bellinger's not.
You got to ask Tampa Bay Devil Rays the Rays.
But you still didn't get to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are the most amazing team. They get rid of everybody. Cy Young pitchers, they get rid of them and everything. And the next year, they're still a fucking contender. They get these guys. They keep bringing up guys that you'd never heard before. Now pitching Ed Beckley, and you're like, who the fuck is that? And he comes in and throws a 3-hitter against the Yankees. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
they draft well,
but the Yankees don't. Who is the last stud pitcher? Number one stud pitcher that the Yankees produced. Ian Kennedy, no.
Produced.
Phil Hughes, no. Jabba Chamberlain, no.
Andy Pettit.
Severino, no. Who's the?
Yeah, I was going to say Pettit.
Andy Pettit is the last pitcher that they developed who's a real starter. Well, Mariano. I mean, but that's all the 90s. I mean, they haven't fucking really produced. You get all these guys. Wait till you see Severino. That guy's going to be.
You can't count Tanaka. I mean, can you?
Well, no, Tanaka was great, but Tanaka was great in the playoffs. But he's from, I'm talking about somebody they developed.
No,
in a pitcher, they don't develop pitchers at all. I don't know, something wrong. But the fucking Tampa Bay Rays find these guys, and every year they're good. But the Yankees missed out on all these guys. You got older. You got Eric. Listen, Goldschmidt's a phenom. He's going to be a Hall of Fame player. But you got him like 6-7 years too late. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you just bring back Reggie Jackson, put him in fucking right field? I mean, you get these fucking guys who are either somebody coming back from Tommy John surgery, hasn't played in 3 years. The Yankees signed him to a minor league deal. Give me a break with that. Max Fried.
You know what I think also? I think all the good players that Steinbrenner used to grab, and that all the free agents, I think block some of the younger players, if you know what I mean. Dominguez, supposed to be a stud. I bet you if he was in another organization, he may be up already with experience.
Wait a minute, though. Hold on. One thing about Dominguez. Dominguez, they gave him a chance a couple years ago, 2 years ago.
He looked lost.
He came up, and he hit some home runs, but then he got fucking injured. He had to get Tommy John surgery. He's 21 years old.
Then last year, he looked lost in the outfield.
He missed the whole fucking year. Then he gets up and I think he broke a rib or pulled a muscle in a rib. He's fucking
you're right.
Afraid of him with the injuries. And he's a switch hitter who does not hit from the right side. He's a good left. But I don't know. Last year, they showed him out in left field. He's running for a ball turn.
He looks like he doesn't play the outfielder. Mm-hmm. And he's the center fielder. But Greg, you know what I forgot? I was watching. They have that kid Jones. Yeah. He's 6'6", awkward lefty, but he hits bombs. They want to put him in left field or center.
You know what the problem is with him, though? Like Aaron Judge, he strikes out way too much. See, that's the thing with Soto. Didn't strike out a lot.
I know.
Soto didn't strike.
Played every day.
Yeah, Soto played every day. He's the only superstar player. Aaron Judge is always getting hurt too. You know what I mean? He gets hurt a lot. And dude, not for nothing, but Aaron Judge is like A-Rod to me. I liked A-Rod because he took steroids.
He's the best player in the major leagues.
Right, he is the best player. But what do you do? They used to say there's 4 seasons, right? There's the spring training, right? There's the season, there's the fall call-ups, and then there's the postseason. In the postseason is what made Derek Jeter phenomenal.
You sound like my father. My father just said that last year.
It's the postseason. Listen. Derek Jeter wasn't the best shortstop. He wasn't the best shortstop at all. And he wasn't his hit, he wasn't the greatest hitter. He hit a solid 300. So,
Clutch.
But come the fucking playoffs, he was hitting home runs. He was hitting fucking always on base, making ridiculous, the greatest catch I ever saw. There is no baseball catch better.
What, the one into the Red Sox? He went
first base and threw the ball behind, not even the one we were in.
That's in Oakland.
Oakland, right.
He wasn't even supposed to be there.
Jeremy Giambi, he was on the fucking by the catcher on the first base side, catches the ball and foul touch and throws it behind him like this.
He wasn't even supposed to be there.
He's a shortstop. He's on the other side of the field. Where's the first baseman? Where's the fucking, I'm just saying, and it's seeing
that's
Aaron
one of the
Judge,
greatest plays of all time.
And the greatest choke of all time, besides Bill Buckner letting that ball go under his legs. There's Aaron Judge.
I was there.
You were at that game?
Yeah, I have the thing up here. I was at the Buckner game with my uncle.
Oh, you were at the Buckner game. Oh, okay.
No, the Buckner game, game 6.
I remember that. I remember when it happened. I was like, I thought for sure he was going to get there. But what about Aaron Judge?
Just on the wall over there.
That opened up 5 runs. That was a ball that little leaguers catch. I mean, it wasn't like he had to run and jump or move.
Wait, what ball?
Aaron Judge.
Judge in the playoffs.
Where he dropped that ball and went to a 5-run inning. Same thing with Garrett Cole.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Garrett Cole had a mind fuck. He didn't run to first base on that. But fucking what's his name caught it. I didn't like Anthony Rizzo. He caught
but they tell you to go for that ball. I think that was more on the pitcher.
It was the pitcher, yes. But he caught the ball. And the guy running was only halfway to first. He didn't make any effort to run. You get the ball because Cole didn't cover. He just stood there like this. And he let the guy run to first base. Try to beat him to the bag, you fucking Momo. You see
I remember that.
He stood there, though. He stood there and just held the ball. The guy was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? And he ran to first. But then Aaron Judge, that ball was like this. Look, it was an easy catch. Dropped right out of his fucking mitt.
Yes. Guys, let's be honest. He's a right fielder.
But
he's a right fielder.
But he's a choker. Listen, what he did with the bat, he batted 069.
I know.
I mean, do you know how bad that is? Do you know how fucking
and he's did
well.
I mean, Stanton's the opposite. Stanton all year long striking out with men on. You're like, look at fucking Stanton. He sucks. Get him off this team.
But you know what?
What do you mean? It came through.
Dude, in the playoffs, he was a fucking monster. That's why A-Rod will never get the love from the New York fans, because A-Rod in the playoffs used to choke. He won MVP.
Not in 09.
He won in 09 he did good. Okay, but he was in the playoffs. The Yankees were in the playoffs every year up until they missed 2008, and then 2009 they were back and they won the world. But they were in the playoffs every year, and A-Rod did nothing.
You're right. I like A-Rod.
I love A-Rod. Anybody that takes steroids and dates.
I was at the game when he got pitch hit for Banez. I was in the bleachers. The first home run landed two things in front of me. Remember Banez?
I love
down 1-0.
Raul Ibanez 1 year with the Yankees, but played with dude hitting the playoffs.
But the 2 home runs. Remember he pitch hit for A-Rod, and A-Rod threw the ball to the girl with his number on it. That was the rumor.
Yeah.
Now I know
they said he gave her his phone number or some shit like that. Remember that?
On the ball.
Oh, is that what it was? She wrote his phone number on the ball.
Yeah, I got a friend that's an equipment manager there, and that's true. But I was in the bleachers when Ibanez hit the first pinch hit home run.
Oh, I remember that.
It was 1-0. It landed two rows of the bleachers. I was in the bleachers, and then he hit the second one to win.
Dude, I remember that. I remember that like you wouldn't believe. Dude, I was like fucking.
2014. It was 14.
But that's what changed. That's what makes New York fans love guys like that. That's what made Derek Jeter great. It's what that's why they called Derek Jeter Mr. November. That's why they called Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson used to do the same thing. Strike out with men on during the season and stuff. But come the fucking playoffs and in the World Series, jack a home run just when you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Bernie Williams was like that. Tino Martinez.
Bernie Williams has the most home runs in the postseason than any player. I think it's 20. And Derek Jeter's right behind him with 19. And Derek Jeter's not a home run hitter. So that just shows you. It just shows you that these fucking guys, and Giancarlo Stanton's up there, believe it or not. I'm just saying.
In home runs?
In the postseason. If you look at the list, he's like 5th or something like that. But in the postseason, that's what does it. When you get love from New York fans, it's what you do in the postseason. When you choke, there's a lot of people who have not forgotten that Aaron Judge, the catch was right here. He didn't have to reach for it. He didn't have to run. It was hit right to him. You just stand in that spot. Here it comes right here. Little League.
But not even that. Like you said, all the strikeouts. He struck out a lot.
Dude, he struck out a lot, and he never used to be a strikeout guy like that. Now he's striking out, swinging and shit. I never understood how you let that pitch, right? That goes right down the middle. You don't swing at that. And then there's a pitch
because he's waiting on another pitch.
Foot off the fucking plate, and you're fucking swinging at that. You know what I mean? I never understood that.
Yeah.
What do you swing?
Well, you know what people don't understand? They're looking for pitches. You know what I mean? Mo Vaughn taught me this. I wish he taught me this and I met him, like got close with him when I was playing. I used to sit fastball and adjust, and you could do that in the minors. In the bigs, they're guessing basically. That's according to Mo,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're guessing. So when they take a fastball down the middle, they're sitting off speed. You know what I mean? A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of average fans don't know that. They think, oh, what is it? Straight down the plate. Yeah, he's sitting on a 90-mile-an-hour slider, not a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It's big, big difference.
Oh no, absolute, dude.
I'm not saying they're getting paid millions. It's ridiculous, but it's
No,
baseball.
When you get a fastball comes right down the plate, if you put the bat in the zone, you're just gonna make. All you have to do is make contact. Let the fielders make mistakes. Maybe just even tap it, throw it right over the, slap it right out of the infield. You don't have to swing from your heels. But when you try to hit ball with movement, I had a friend that used to throw a knuckleball, and I had to catch him. Fucking guy'd have a cigarette in his mouth. He'd go, watch this. And I'd stand there, and I got my mitt on, and he'd throw to me, and the fucking ball would go like this, and it fucking hit me in the balls and shit. And I'm like, holy fuck, it was right here. And
there's no more knuckleballers.
A knuckleball fucking moves like a frisbee. It's fucking when it knuckles, but when it don't knuckle, it fucking hangs there. And it's like when Tim Wake, I knew.
Yeah, see, I was just gonna say he's the last.
When Aaron Boone hit that fucking home run, I see, but I saw that Aaron Boone when he hit that home run off of Wakefield. I saw the inning before he got. I forgot who it was. Was it a decade? So one of them guys made the last out the inning before, and it was fucking. I was like, holy shit. They called that a strike, but that thing fucking is not moving at all. And sure enough, that first pitch, it just hung there like this. And Aaron Boone, who couldn't hit to save his life, that was was benched, fucking smacked that, and that was one of the.
Yeah, I remember that. 04.
Aaron Boone.
03, 04.
That was great.
We got to get ready to wrap up. It's over an hour.
All right, yeah, guys.
Yeah, John, great talking here. Great talking.
Thank you for having me. Hey, you want to give Greg, if you have any questions on, the supply, diabetic stuff, let me know, if I can help you.
Thank you, man.
I'm still here 48 years later.
Just take care of yourself. So you can be around more. You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. Keep in touch.
Right, thank you.
Thank you, John. Greg, thank you so much. Let me say hello to people in the chat. Ben Garcia, thank you so much.
Ben.
John Mancini,
John, of course.
Quick Pump was there. Rick Raff was there. Anthony D was there.
Miss Bell too.
Miss Bell was there. She said hello. I just want to say thank you guys and everything for joining us tonight. Greg Winward, thank you. I'll talk to you later, brother.
Blue sweater leaving.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.